Children, good day. Today I am going to explain new chapter of history of class 6, the Vedic age. Children, you know the Vedic age? Did you listen about Vedas? Vedic age is concerned with the Ved. When Aryans came to India, they prepared the Ved, and their age at that time is known as the Vedic age. The structure of the society at that time we will study in this chapter. So children, let us understand about Ved. In Hindi it is called Ved, in Sanskrit it is called Ved, but in English, V-E-D-A-S, Vedas. In English we can say Vedas, but actually they are originated from Sanskrit and they are called Ved. So children, Ved means the knowledge. Ved means the knowledge. These are the words of God. Vedas are the words of God, it is said. So, there are 4 Vedas. Number 1 is Rig Veda. Rig Veda they are composed around 1500 BC. It is thinking that they are Rig Vedas are composed about 1500 BC. They are having 2028 hymns. 2028 hymns to praise the God worship. They provide us the method of worship. How can we praise the God? They provide us the method of worship. The method of worship is given in this way. They are very long hymns. It is a big book, we can say. Second way is Samved. Samved. What is given in Samved? In Samved, it is the Ved of music. Ved of music. How can we praise the God? With the help of music, different type of musics, different type of songs are given in Samved. It is a big literature. Next is Yajurved. Yajurved. In Yajurved, we are telling about the Yajna. Have you listened about Yajna? In Hindu culture, at every worship of God, we do yajna. Method of yajna, different type of yajna, and the value of yajna. What is the value of yajna in our daily life? All the things are given in Yajurveda. The next is Atharvaveda. Atharvaveda is telling about the medicine, Ayurveda. Total knowledge of Ayurveda is given in Atharvaveda. Treatment of the people of the disease, treatment of disease of the people with the help of herbs and natural things is called Ayurveda. And the total knowledge of Ayurveda is given in Atharvaveda. These Veds were come in existence when Aryan came to India. It is thinking that Aryan came from Central India. It is thinking that Aryan came from Central Asia to India, and in that time in India, Dravids were living. Who were living? Dravid. The people who are living in South India. So it is thinking that the people who are living in South India, they are the original habitant of India. And Aryans, they are not original habitant of India, they are coming from Central Asia to India. They are called nobles and freeborn people or nobles. You can see they were the pastoral people. So children, from their original home in Central Asia, Aryans spread to different parts of the world. Not only India, they spread in different parts of the world. Those who came to India are called Indo-Aryans. Those who came to India are called Indo-Aryans. They came to India sometime between 2000 BC and 1500 BC. They came to India between 2000 BC to 1500 BC. They were pastoral people. They migrated from their original home because of what was the reason of migration? The increase in their numbers, increase in population. Their population was increased. Search for new grasslands and the changing climate of central region. Central Asia, the climate of Central Asia was changed because they were pastoral and their population was increased, so they searched the new ground for their animals, for the land, for agriculture purpose. They spread in the whole of the world, in India also. Next topic is spread of Aryans. Spread of Aryans, how the Aryans spread throughout the world. The Aryans first settled in Sapt Sindhu region. From here they moved eastward into the river valley of Ganga and Yamuna. North of the Delhi were a river called Saraswati. The flood, it has since dried up. Saraswati river, you listen about the Saraswati river. Saraswati river was flowing, but now it is dried up. Here they stayed for quite a long period, composed the hymns of the Rig Veda. In due course, this area came to be known as Kurukshetra, where the great battle of Mahabharata between Kauravas and Pandavas was fought. Sometime later, they moved eastward into the Ganga Valley. They cleared the forest, burning and cutting down with their iron axe. Iron was the newly developed. We know that the Indian people used copper and bronze, but the Aryans used iron. This is the contribution of the Aryans to human civilization. Means before the coming of the Aryans, Indian people used copper and bronze, but iron was discovered by Aryans. This is the contribution of the Aryans to human civilization. It around this time that iron also came into use in Western Asia and Europe too. But in India, iron age was bought by the Aryans. Central Gangetic plains were called Madhya Desa. The Aryans continued their eastward march till they reached the eastern sea, the Bay of Bengal, and moved up to northeastern region, the whole Uttar Path. The landmark between the Himalayas and the Vindhyas and the western sea to the east was named Aryavart. It was the earlier name of India. There are 108 Upanishads and 18 Purans. I think you have listened about it. Come to the next topic. Political organization in Vedic period. How the rule of the king was done in political. How the rule of the king was done in Vedic period. Political organization in Vedic period. Children, in Vedic period, how the rule was done. So the head of the political organization was the king. Most respectable person and most of the powers were held in the hands of the king. He ruled his territory according to his wish and will. He was assisted by these persons. Purohit. Under the king, he was Purohit means priest. And priests who perform religious ceremony. Priest means the person who perform religious ceremony. And under this ceremony Sena. Senani means we can say the Senapati. Senapati means commander of army. Senapati, the commander of army. He ruled. He was the head of the armed force. And next the Gramini. Gramini means village headman. Gramini means village headman. The head person of the villagers was known as Gramini. He took the information from the king and implement these in his village. Now, come to the Sabha and Samiti. Sabha and Samiti were the organizations who controlled the king. Samiti means a small assembly of people. Well, Sabha means a small assembly of people, and Samiti means national committee of whole tribe. Samiti means National Assembly of whole time. Any one of the member of the committee can discuss about the public issue. So Sabha and Samiti were two institutions, check the powers of the king. Samiti was the national committee of the whole tribe. All important issues were discussed in it. Anyone could speak out his mind about the problem. The Sabha appears to have been a small assembly. Selected people took part in its meeting. Several tribal assemblies such as Sabha, Samiti, Vidhata, Gana are mentioned in Rigveda. These type of assemblies are given in Rigveda. Next, we come to the point, the family. What happened in family? The family was the smallest administrative unit. As we are living nowadays, but nowadays most of the families are unique. But at that time, most of the families were joint families. The eldest male member of the family was the head of the family. He was called Grihapati. Eldest male member of the family was called Grihapati. He was the head of the family. All powers of the family were vested in his hand. The eldest person of the family having the all power of the family. He made all the decisions, and other family members had to accept his decision. This is our culture, that we accept the decision taken by our elders. In the same way, the eldest person of the family took the decision, and all other family members accepted it. Women also had an important place in the family and society. The family unit was a joint family. Even after their marriage, sons lived with their father. In our villages also, most of the families are joint family. In cities also, some families are joint family. But now the turn is going to the unit family. Now, come to villages. Village was formed by a number of families living together. So many people were living in the village. We can say the group of families lived in the village. The village was known as Gram. Now it is also be called Gram. Initially the size of the village was small, but villages became larger. Then people gave up the nomadic way of life and took to agriculture. Means some villages were small, some villages were large. Large villages have many families. They were having the agricultural field, the grazing grounds, etc. Cattle, horse, and chariots.